What was then the first song that you wrote for the record?
Wow, good question. It had to be a song called Let You Go. Because that's when I think of my headphones on and being in my studio in the middle of the night, I was doing that groove. It was just a kick snare groove with just a little piano part going dun 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 dun, dun. And I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna write over this, but this is awesome. And I just kept it going for a few weeks, and I think that was the first one.
Yeah, because in Let You Go, there's a line that says, I saw the ghost of Elvis. He asked if I was Elvis. He saw the confidence. I have not seen him since.
Yeah.
Can you tell me where that came from?
Yeah, that's sort of this like new confidence out of the mellow guy that started to greet me in my dreams or just in my daydreams. And I likened it to Elvis, the king, the most confident. It's kind of like I met him, but I was just as confident as he was in this dream. And he even asked, was I Elvis? Like, that's how badass I was to him. That's how good I felt as I started to write this music. And then his sort of ghost left, and there I was like the new me. So I didn't need to see him again, you know? And so that whole song actually is about becoming confident again and letting go of all the people who make you feel insecure or that you're not good enough just being you know, and gotta let it go.
So are your lyrics autobiographical? Or?
Most of the time. Most of the time. I've never had an easy time writing songs about other people's lives. I have a couple, but for the most part it's about my experiences, my perspective. So this album, The Howl, is a little more abstract, but I've written in the past a little more detailed about my life. But I think the older I get, the more abstract I'm getting about my life, because I really want my music to be inclusive, and I want everyone to hear it and not just think of the writer's life, but think of their own, you know, their own place on the planet.
So can you explain a little more maybe about you want the record to sound more abstract, like comparing to older records, or?
Yeah, comparing to my older stuff and comparing it to folk artists, especially from the past, who would be very autobiographical or very detailed. I'm becoming a little less detailed lately, and it's intentional, because in the spirit of making people dance and move and feel good, I think it's easier sometimes to let the words wash over you as to let them all hit you in all these sensitive points. You know, for this kind of a record, I just wanted it to wash over people and at the end make them just feel good and feel more confident, you know, about their life. I think in the future I'll get more detailed again on albums. It's just a different writing space, different headspace.
So I'm kind of wondering, like, now you have your new EP, what would you like to happen? Like, when will it be successful for you? What is success?
Success for me would be performing to a certain number of people every night. I don't know what the number is, but it's the number of people that provide me and my band and my team a good career. I'd like everybody to be taken care of, but I don't need to play the Zigadome yet. I don't need to be in huge places, maybe ever. It'd be nice, but I don't need it. I just need enough fans to appreciate it, and that I feel like I'm making a difference, and I'm making enough money where I can be comfortable. I don't need to be rich, even. I want to be comfortable and feel free to be myself and make my art. So I don't know how many fans that is, but we'll see.
It's not related to a number or a...
No, it's not a number.
What is your approach towards the live shows? What can people expect when they go to your show?
Well, nowadays, I'm trying to really push it more and more and make it as energetic and lively as possible so they can expect to dance. But my real goal is that every show be a full gamut of emotions. And if you come to a 2-hour show of mine, I do want you to dance. I want you to feel good and forget. But then somewhere in the middle of the show or towards the end, I want you to be reflective on your life and maybe even get sad for a little while in a good way, you know, and really get in touch with yourself. And before I let you go too deep, I'll try to pick you back up and leave you on a really good note to take on your life, you know, in the coming weeks. But the full spectrum is my goal.
What are your goals? Like, where do you want to go after?
My goal? I think my #1 goal as a musician is to keep getting better and to keep enjoying the process. That's 2 goals. But I also have always wanted to be a family man, and I have kids now, and my goal is to be a great father, a great husband, and to be 60, 70 years old, 80, and still recording songs and touring, but also have raised kids well and sort of stayed who I am in the process.
Is it hard to combine family life with touring?
It's the challenge of my life. It's the challenge of my life. It's incredibly hard.
Yeah.
It just takes a deep breath every morning, and the way I look at it is if I'm at home, then I want to be doing so well at that. And if I'm on tour, I want to be doing so well at that. And unfortunately, one has to take the back seat while you're doing the other, just a little bit. But I think in a 12-month span, if you're giving them each a good amount of attention, then they can both, at the end of the year, feel good and be working. But it takes a lot of you. You know, I feel divided sometimes because it takes a lot in each. But it's my goal to do both. It always has been. So keep on keeping on.
Are there certain places that you would like to play, or?
Yeah, a lot. There's so many cities in Europe I haven't played in yet. Nor have I played in China yet, or Japan, or really the East at all. So I think of one venue too in the States I can't wait to play. It's called Red Rocks.
Oh,
and
cool.
It's just a beautiful outdoor, like small amphitheater basically for like 10,000 people, but it's in the Red Rocks in Colorado. That's a goal of mine. I want to play there. Outdoor venues in general would be nice. Let's do a whole tour of just outdoor amphitheaters. Think
like
my music.
festival seasons.
Yeah, yeah. I hope to do that in May. We're going to try to hit a few festivals here in Holland. We're working on that right now. I'd love to come back and do that.
So what is it about the festivals and the outdoors that you like?
They're kind of the way that I can really showcase the Howl and showcase who I've become as an artist now. You can go wild on festival stages. And this transition I've made from singer-songwriter, mellow, to more and more upbeat, I feel like the festival is sort of the peak of where you can really, you know, come out of your shell. And so I've always had those in my sights, as they just look like they're a lot of fun, and now I think I could handle it.
So what do you, how would you describe your EP to people who haven't heard it yet?
I would describe it as a sort of a dose of feel-good. I hope you could put the Howl in and first of all hear that I have respect for the great writers and the great production over time. It's not just your normal pop music, and the lyrics I hope people can really connect to. But overall, I want them to put it in their player over and over and just not have to think too much, and just let the rhythms and the chords make them feel like they can take on more in their life, and they can just feel a little better after they listen to it. That's my goal.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for having me.